This movie will surely make me cry, but it looks like a must-watch. Kang Haneul, Youths Over Flowers in Iceland, Missing, has a new project that'll hit theaters next week. It's the latest from acclaimed director Lee Junik, Sato, King and the Clown, called Dongju, The Portrait of a Poet, based on the story of real-life occupation-era poet Yoon Dongju, who fought and died as a member of the independence movement and posthumously became known as the resistance poet. The film co-stars Park Hyung-min, You're All Surrounded, as Dongju's cousin Mongju, the other half of an inseparable pair. They grew up in the same house since birth and were best friends who did everything together, but were also complete opposites who struggled to see eye to eye. Dongju was a literature student with a gift for poetry, while Mongju was an independence fighter with firm beliefs, who argued that they should be taking up guns, not pens. They were born in 1917 during the Japanese occupation, and together went to university in Japan in 1942. A year later they were arrested for their involvement in resistance movements, and Yoon Dongju died while imprisoned in 1945. Though he had failed to get his poetry published during his lifetime, a collection of his work that he'd titled Sky, Wind, Star, and Poem, also called Heaven and the Wind and the Stars and Poetry, was published posthumously in 1948. His work depicts the tragic realities of his era and is described as conflicted and introspective, but also containing hope and courage. He wrote even in his darkest moments while imprisoned, and the film explores the life story that shaped his work. The teaser's tagline says, "In a dark time when name, language, and dreams were taken. An incomplete youth that shone brightly. A name we must remember." Dongju. Dongju, The Portrait of a Poet premieres in theaters February 17.